Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Astronaut Readings, and today we're going to go ahead and do a reading connecting to your deity and get messages here and see what's going on. We have 6 options. We have the stars from Lenormand, Stork, Mountain, the book, key, and the coffin here. So go ahead and pick whichever one you are connecting to and whatever one you're vibing with, resonating with right now, perhaps one that even evokes a similar energy as the deity you want to connect with, and I'll talk to you on your timestamp. Alright, so we will go ahead and see first who is this deity, their energies. We're going to give the overall energies, and then that will resonate with, you know, whoever in your traditions exudes those vibes for your deity. And then we'll go ahead and pull some cards for messages from your deity as well. Okay, so we have Our Lady of Dark Mysteries. We have the goddess Newt. So straight up, this is a deity that's connected to the night sky, right? We have the stars, we have the ethers, dark matter, dark energy, you know, celestial skies, that kind of vibe right away, okay? If your cultural traditions are within the spiritualities of like the Black Madonna or Newt, that can really connect with you as well. Otherwise, it could be whoever in your traditions would hold a similar energy, okay? Changing negative behaviors voluntarily or by force. So they really want to come here to speak with you and answer about growth, deep spiritual growth here. We have healing here. Imagine yourself and your beloved being healed here, okay? Having to balance your depths with this kind of spark of energy that you need to heal and to operate in your current life, okay? We even have a spiritual bath here. We have meditation. We have prayer. This is very deep. Healing, meditation, spiritual bath, prayer. Paying attention to the red flags, changing negative things. And it's interesting, they're saying voluntarily or by force. So it's kind of like, do it by your own choice or get the Tower card. Which one you want to do? The goddess Newt is actually on the tarot card. You know, the traditional tarot has this goddess Newt here over the charioteer, and so it's like, do you want to go on this path yourself and really, you know, put your effort in to make sure you get your healing, you're doing your spiritual cleansing, you're doing your prayers, you're deep in meditation, you're growing your spiritual gifts and your deep mysteries, or do you want it to have to come through a shakeup? So that's how this deity works, okay? Pay attention. They will try to caution you. They'll try to give you red flags. They'll definitely answer you in prayer. They'll definitely take part in helping you cleanse negative energies away and calm yourself. They'll help you be in deep meditation. They like to be in very deep meditations here. All right, help you experience things more vividly. It even says the mind like a wide open sky, thoughts like clouds floating by. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. So let's go ahead and get some messages here. You have the numbers 88 and 6. That could be significant. Okay, we have the Death card. Do y'all see the star? You pick star from the Oracle. You got a celestial deity here from the potluck mix. That's why I like to grab my potluck mixes. I call them all the different cards here. You got the dark night sky, the stars, the clouds, and the open sky all here. And then you get the star card from tarot. What? And the star card, of course, connects with healing, meditation, cleansing, right? All of these kind of things. And we have the Death card here too, showing the deep night sky. So they keep showing that energy of the deep night sky is where all the beautiful creation, the light of the stars and the planets is able to shine from and come from. They don't want you to be afraid of holding this kind of mixture of energy within yourself as well. They also bring a lot of healing to those who have crossed over. So if you've been doing some kind of prayers or blessings to the dead, they will definitely help carry those messages and help support that healing for whoever is in spirit that you would be wanting to connect with. They're also saying that you will see them when you are to cross over. Again, we have a night sky with the Aurora Borealis here with the 8 of Swords. I'm just like, what? For some of you, these are more ancestral energies than maybe what would be called in like Western terms a deity, okay, which is 100% okay, whatever spiritual beings that you would be connecting to on that deep reverent level. Okay, so they're saying here you can go ahead and, you know, put in work They really help when there's confusion, when there's tons of red flags going on, when there's people who need to cleanse their energy. They're really saying, I'm just here to tell you the same thing that I said. This is who I am, this is what I do, and this is the way I can connect with you as well. So it looks like probably maybe they are still very worked with currently as well. Maybe people around the world do know of them and work with their energies, but definitely they've been very highly sought after and worked with in a very daily way, in a very getting to know you way. They like to connect in a way where you have daily practice with them, and that they can see that the things that they care about, like these healing methods and these deep reverent respect, not just for your current life, but where your spirit comes from and the spiritual world. They like to build, a steady habit of connecting and communicating in that way. And again, we have communication reaching the spirit world here. So they talk about prayers, meditations. I mean, they're saying to you exactly how they describe themselves. Wow. Yeah, so they've been around you. And I said the Tower card. I said that they'll try to come to you gently, but if you don't listen, they'll be like, there's no choice but to crack out that Tower card. They're confirming everything that we just said with the first round of cards. Wow. They will come to you so sweet, but this is a Scorpio card. They'll come so sweet. They'll try to appeal to you and nurture you with the way that your psychological self and your inner child needs to hear. But if you don't listen about these red flags, they're like, I would rather give you some harsh, tough love and pull the rug out from under you and get all of the mess out of the way, uproot you, make you have to move whatever it is, than to let you get truly caught in a real trap that you can't get out of, or that's, truly damaging to your spirit or life. So even when we think we've gone through tough times, and we have, we never know always from spiritual eyes how much worse it could have been, and how we are just getting, it's kind of like with little kids, like if you at them, that can feel so scary to them, right? If they're going, what the odd is, if they're going to like an outlet, for electrical outlet, and you tell them and you clap and you make a loud noise to scare them so that they don't go towards it, they get so terrified, right? When they're super little, and they'll cry and they don't understand why you would do that. You scared them so bad. But as they get older, they're like, oh, like I could have really, really hurt myself on that outlet, and I had no idea, right? I had just no idea about that electricity, that lightning bolt there on the Tower card that could have, hit me from reaching out, trying to touch that. And here, do you see that? Literally, there's the electricity, the outlet. There's your hand trying to reach out and grab it, and here comes the deity with the tower and says, no, that's not good for you. That can hurt you so badly. I don't want to see you hurt that way. I know it's going to scare you if I shake things up right now, but I just got to keep it real with you and try to prevent this so you don't feel the burn. I'd rather you have less to heal if I give you a tough message right now than to have you really hurt and burn. All right, so they really try to work with you in moments where you feel very human, when you feel very human, when you feel very alone, when you feel a bit isolated and you need to, like, you feel like I can't get back up on the horse. There's no hope. Some of you, that's why they're giving you this message right now. You feel like the spirit world doesn't understand me. I'm just a human down here. Like, I feel like my life is over. I might as well just give in like I'm in my oldest age or something and just, what's the point? And I just feel alone and misunderstood and I can't get back up on the horse. And that's why they're coming through and communicating. This is why they're allowing some communication, and they want you to, oh my gosh, do you see what card this is? Six of Wands. We fell off the horse. This is the MFN. Look, they're putting a lot of spice on their message, so I'm gonna help them. This is the MFN Knight of Wands. Do you see the Queen of Swords here with the Knight of Wands? They're tough. These two as a crew, they ride hard, all right? Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. I'm talking about saying they're trying to come through, give you a little bit of tough love to get you back up on the horse so that you can ride forward. And they said, that's right, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, we need you to be living your life. We need you back up and active. We want you to take the time to do this deep healing that you need. Get your soul fed from the deepest parts of the universe and existence. And then you need to go right back at it. They're like, baby, I know death. Do you see what they say right here? I know death. You're not dead. Wake up. You're still alive. You really are. I know death. You're not dead. You just got the wind knocked out of you. Okay? You just, your breath, okay, snatched your spirit out your body. Life just hit you a few times, okay? Like you just fell off that tall horse's back, okay? Now it's time to get back up on the stallion. All right, and it's time to move. And look at all these crowns, all these jewels, bracelets, diadems, tiaras, and crowns here. Okay, you got too much spiritual clout to be messing around like that. Okay, once you realize, oh, I'm not dead, I'm on the ground. They're like, get up, don't embarrass me. Let's go. You're healed now. Let's go. Shake it off, rub it off. Okay, there you go. Shake it out. Go catch the horse. Oh yeah, you might have to run a little bit. Go catch the horse. Okay, because you pouted too long. The horse kind of ran down the thing, but people still watching. Go. Not my children out here not getting back up on the horse. Let's go. So once they know you're okay, then they'll give you that sweet tough love, and they'll be pushing you forward. Okay. So that's what they're here to tell you today. I appreciate so much them coming through with these messages. I appreciate these messages. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for those of you who chose Stork over here, let's go ahead and see. First, we're going to see the energy of how the deity says they are, insight and information about them, so we can connect with that, and then we'll go ahead and see their messages for you. All right, so potluck style, we want a mix of decks here. We pulled some cards. We have, I flipped that over on accident actually, this one was reversed. We have courting or the lovers here. Maybe it's a challenge card. These cards don't know what to do. And it's interesting because you got a card with a raccoon, which is known to be associated with kind of trickster energy. So you have this vibe here of maybe a little tricky spirit. One that's known to be a little mischievous or something of that nature. We have a Gemini card here. We have the Page of Swords here. Very communicative, mercurial energy. New moon, new start. They could have that energy that they seem like the baby, even if they're, you know, an older deity in their traditions, they still seem like they're like that young and that who's always causing some kind of mischief or stirring things up. But they also have kind of a hidden side. They tend to go off and about. They have a strange relationship with others, and maybe they have some stories about kind of dabbling in people's relationships. They might kind of tinker with people's interpersonal connections, things of that nature. They like to have their hand on things. They are associated with sight, with having some psychic sight, for having some kind of foreboding or intuitive leaning towards what's coming up. So for example, maybe the deities associated in their pantheon would even ask them questions or go to them for insight, expect them to solve some riddles, or just, you know, see them even within their deityship as some kind of sign or synchronicity here, because they do stand out and they do have this spiritual power we see here with this purple tree here in the middle of this water with this light cresting down here on it. Yeah, definitely they could be associated with new moon in their traditions. They could also have some kind of masks, maybe in the celebration of them or something in the traditions there. They could be a spirit that comes from an island, okay, associated with the original culture, could have been associated with an island. All right, so let's go ahead and see what their message is for you. Discovery, yeah, very curious. Their energy here. Let's see what their messages are for you. Yeah, we got it again. We have the lovers reversed, and we have this new moon as a question here, and then we have justice reversed, 2 of cups reversed. So this could be like somebody who's very, very, like a spirit who's known to be jealous sometimes, and who perhaps breaks people apart or didn't want people to be together in their tradition. Okay, it could have been something like that, where it was like, no, they have some kind of story where you're like, yeah, they were known to not want certain people to be together or try to separate people, because that's what they're talking about. They're talking about breaking up like a relationship or something. All right, yes, they're like, the devil card is even reversed, and that's a card of being stuck together, right? So it could be karmic energies, but it's both. It's like either way, soulmate connection or karmic energy. They're definitely talking about breaking up a connection and it not being healed or healable, even if it's a soul connection from many lifetimes and past life kind of energies here. So wow, see what we have here. Oh my gosh, literally, I'm like, let me look at the bottom of the deck, and it's the Hierophant. Justice and the Hierophant together represent marriage. We have a 2 of cups there showing love, partnership, right? We have the lovers, like literally every card you could have for marriage or soulmate connection right here. it's not going through. So that's what they want to talk about. They're not playing games, okay? Maybe this is why sometimes they have that tricky side that people don't want to hear about. But they're saying some relationship needs to end. They also could be saying, hey, I'll help you with that. Straight up, I'm going to read the cards as I see them for you. Some of you are very much invested in, you don't want some people to be together in a relationship. It could be that you feel like there is some drug addiction or alcohol with them, and there's kids that are involved, and maybe the family's not helping you to try to get maybe your loved one who's in this toxic relationship safe, or protect the kids or something. For some of you, it's just you want a person that's in a relationship. Whatever it is, this deity says that they have no problem working to break people up, and they don't think that this situation's as serious that it can't be undone. That's what the message is here. They really don't feel like this is that tough of work. They're okay. Right here, High Priestess Reverse, they're okay with doing baneful magic, and there's lots of major arcana cards here as well. So this is wish fulfillment here. So some of you were straight up asking, can you help break this contract, or can you help break, maybe you have a soul contract with someone and you wanted to help break out of it. Maybe you were wondering if it was okay to break energy with your family lineage because of toxicity and abuse that's occurring this lifetime. Whatever it is, maybe you have somebody who's taking advantage of you in some kind of business contract, and you were like, I need help getting out of this. I need help with this situation. Whatever it is, this deity is definitely on your side. They are a trickster energy, but they can help you work this. They have no problem with it. They're pretty fierce. The lion's even got its tongue out like, let's go. Let's go. Wish fulfilled. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Hey, Mountain Group, let's go ahead and get into these messages. So first we have a potluck mix of cards that's going to tell us from this deity who they are, their energies, how they see themselves, some descriptors here. You can go ahead then and sync those up with the deities in your tradition to know who it is, or you might have just picked a pile and said, I want to hear from them, and they could be revealing a new aspect of themselves to you, or just giving you a resonating point. And then we'll go ahead and pull some tarot here to see the information that they want to share with you, anything they want to converse about. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We have celebration, number 6, let go, reverse here, 19. Those numbers could be significant. The sacred lotus, detachment. Ooh, so it's saying it's hard to celebrate. Here we have a lotus, but then we have not wanting to let go from the roots, and then we have a lotus again. So they're saying some things are going to come back around to you again, and you need to know not to attach when it's not a good time. In describing themselves, they've experienced this, okay? It's like I feel like they're already giving you advice. Like, in telling you who they are, they're giving you advice. Like, look to their stories, look to the tales about them, and it will let you know what to do and what not to do. So this deity almost has like this humility to them, where they're like, I've been the example already. I've done things well and reached high peaks of great enlightenment, even as a deity. However, at the same time, I've also made some mistakes, and you'll see that in my stories as well, that I have messed up sometimes, and I had to get back to my heights that I had, and I had to remember who I was. And so they really identify with that intense celebration, but also some times where, I could have done better than that. Blissful energies. What can we learn from this is the question it says on here. It says, do not overlook. All right, do not overlook the lessons here, because they can lead you to ecstatic bliss. How perfect is that to exactly what we just saw here? Ecstatic celebration, bliss from spiritual growth, the detachment of the sacred lotus. Wow. It makes your mind, body, and soul ring with joy. Connecting to the golden thread, so you can see your connection to them as this golden thread here. You can even kind of see that in the stem of the lotus. Wow. This is an invitation to you to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. So they're already, as soon as they're telling us who they are, they're already being so open to you and saying yes. They're very approachable. They're so highly divine in some ways, but so approachable and real. This could be a deity that's known and spent time on the physical earth and has many stories of being close to humanity. We have the eagles here. So it can be a deity or spirit who is associated with eagles, flight, birds, something like that. And being very sharp-witted, strong confidence. They're humble, but they're not lacking in confidence whatsoever. They can be known to be very strong as well. We have the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah. So they could have had some trouble. That's what I keep saying. They've had some trouble, but they really are someone who really appreciates the offerings of their followers. They really appreciate things from the human world, and that's what I was already feeling here. They've had times they had to go and heal. They could have taboos, because this is saying eat this, not that. So this deity could be very particular about eat this, not that, and my traditions, okay? Eight of Swords reverse. They could have known to get free from some kind of punishment or some kind of like incarceration. You know, some deities get like chained to some rock for whatever in their tales and their stories and their happenings. They also could be known to be petitioned by people who are falsely bound to get out of it, okay? To step out of fear. Oh my gosh, they gave the Eight of Swords twice. Yeah, 100%. They could be known to be highly petitioned by those who are in deep fear, who need to step out of like some trauma, some scare that they're having. So like a locked mind, to open their mind and be able to foresee knowledge and truth and some kind of way to fix things. People who have made mistakes to be able to overcome those things, or people again who are falsely under some kind of bondage to be freed. Okay, oh my gosh, yes, because this is the one Ace of Pentacles I've seen that's creepy, and it's literally someone holding the keys to like a plantation. So 100%. Well, we have Orisha here, so here we go. We have Orisha here. So for those who truly work Orisha in your traditions, then we have Obatala here. So there's many different variations of the name, but exactly, a deity who, great responsibility, made some mistakes, had some drinking that happened that made them make some mistakes in their duties, so that's a taboo in their traditions. There we go. Understands humanity, understands handmade humanity, Orisha, boom. So that's a perfect example. We have Oluru here. We have rainbow serpent energy as well. There's rainbow serpents in many tales around the world as well. We could have a deity associated with cats for some of you. We have owls and snakes. Of course, we have lotus. We have solar energy with the eagles and the solar symbol here on the dress. We have a chicken or rooster here. So there's going to be many different people who are coming here, which is why I do the reading this way as well. I don't want to just give someone and say, oh, here's this deity because it was in a tarot card, but you get to know the energies of it, of the deity, and then you'll know who that is in your particular traditions, okay? Yeah, so wow, amazing energy though. Here we go. Like so confident but so humble is the vibe here. Let's go ahead and get some messages. So what is the message they have for you? Judgment reverse. Two of Swords. Yeah, so they're talking about that, being hung up on judgment because you made a mistake or because you can't perfect. We have the Knight of Coins reverse. This is a Virgo card reverse. Y'all know when Virgos make a mistake, we have a Libra here as well, and they're not perfect. They will punish themselves for eternity. They can't get over it. This is also a Scorpio card. Scorpios do that too. I don't know what it is that time of the year. We have a Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, but you know, there's that energy of being your own worst enemy and feeling like I'll never grow from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, and if I do, I'll probably suck then. They're being very honest, right? They said, look, I understand that. I know what it's like to make a big mistake with something cosmically wonderful you're supposed to achieve here. Look at the deity here. Literally the deity on this card. Those are people. If you can't see it on the screen, all of those little dots, that's a multitude of people. It's like humanity. And we have this big deity siding with humanity and saying, I'm right here with y'all, fam. I've made some mistakes and this judgment reverse. I've made some bad judgments before, let me tell you. Like, you know, okay, maybe you guys are connecting with like an ascended master energy, and they're like, look, I've been there, done that, and I know what it's like to feel like you lose that battle. Now I'm fighting myself, but I just can't get out of it because I know that I'm supposed to achieve this and be successful at it, but how do I do that? You know, so it's like I get this analysis paralysis, and I feel like I can't, I just can't, I'm supposed to jump right, I jump left. I just can't get out of it. So they really want you to feel like okay, it's time for me to stop punishing myself and being hung up and being in this fear and being in this like trauma of I'm not going to be good enough, or I won't be good enough, or I'm not good enough, or I wasn't good enough, and allow yourself to breathe again and move forward. Yeah, yeah, get in control of the mind in this regard. They're saying, you guys, this group, they don't want you to be too solitary. You could be very afraid of connecting with others because of some kind of social experiences that you've had. Maybe that mountain, you've walled yourself off. But they're saying they want you to socialize with others. We're taking it too far with the Queen of Swords reverse and the Hermit reverse. We're taking it too far that, it's like we're only shouting to the ethers. All right, sorry if that startled anyone. We're all quiet, and then that was noise. But I was saying calling out. So some of you, it's like you're only calling out to the ethers, but you're not connecting with humanity. You're not seeing the worth and the value of others. You're not finding a way to communicate in a way that you will be heard. It's almost like some of you might have had where your communication with others didn't line up effectively in the past, so it's almost like you expect that. You see married couples like that. Sometimes they continue to purposely just kind of fall in the rut of communicating in a way they know doesn't work with their partner, and then they just identify with that, and they just identify with not being heard. Being drawn to labradorite here, and there's aurora borealis. Those are very connected to each other, so you guys might connect with some labradorite for this group. But this is saying you have to see your communication story differently, put in different efforts, try in different ways to communicate. Study your Mercury in astrology, study your personality type, whatever you need to study, and change how you've been communicating with others so that it's not just like, blah, my authenticity, my feelings, but we're actually trying to have some kind of full conversation with others in a way that resonates with them too. We're saying it's possible to do. It's possible to do, and they really want you to get back out there with others in a way that feels healthy and thriving and full, in a way that you are more fully realized as well, and validating yourself and getting out of this mindset. They're saying no matter how much you shout, you're not going to be validated if you still don't really think that you can do it. That's the thing, because then we're just shouting at the other person in the conversation and kind of manipulating the conversation to get a validation from that person. But if we're truly knowing that we can achieve and accomplish certain things, and we're truly sharing our heart from that standpoint with another, and we've taught ourselves to be able to understand how they communicate, now we are in thriving, healthy territory with our communication. And that's really what they want to see. Yeah, they're like, it's not about, oh, you have to be angry, or you have to tear people down, or you have to rough ride over people to get success. Those are all false, very dangerous. They're like danger zone, warning. They're really warning about hubris. They're very much warning about stay humble. You can be confident and humble. They've already established that, okay? So you can be confident in yourself and speak well and highly of yourself. But they're talking about that fake confidence stuff. I don't think they rock with that. I think they know better. Even if you're like, well, in their stories, they do that sometimes. They're here to tell you themselves, look, fam, I caught the wrong end of that deal. Believe me, I've learned my lessons about some of that fake cockiness where you don't actually think you can do something, or you mess up, but then you're still trying to, put some fake swag or some persona on it, and all of this. And you're talking a big game about yourself, but you don't believe it. You got feet made of clay, as they say, right? The top of your statue is heavy and glistening in gold, but your feet are made out of little thin clay that's just going to break and tumble your whole facade down. So they're saying, look, if you got a facade up right now, if you haven't been 100 with people, tear it down yourself and come to people accurately, even if it hurts your pride, because that's fake pride anyways. Because we got the lion here reversed. That's fake pride. You need to be real with your pride, okay? With the people around you, with the people that run with you, the people that hunt with you, the people that nurture with you. You need to be real with them. That doesn't mean that, if your personality is a little bit more private, that's cool. If your personality is outgoing, that's cool. Those are different than if we're having true self-belief or not. So that's the nuance they're trying to get at for you, okay? Because they don't want you to be heartbroken anymore. They don't want you to be struggling. They don't want you to feel stabbed in the back. Oh, they don't want you feeling punished and all of these things. They're like, they don't want you to figure this out after you passed over and then you feel like that, then I have some relief. They say it's worthy to work on right now. You will have success working forward on some of these things currently, and it will improve what you got going on, okay? And maybe improve your work ethic as well. So that's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, hi. For those of you who chose the casket, let's go ahead and see your messages. We're going to go ahead and use some potluck cards, a mix of different decks for the deity to go ahead and say who they are and start their messages off. And then we'll go ahead and get into tarot over here to give some more messages and information. All right, so we have Queen of Cups, Queen of Hearts, I want to say, because they're offering a heart here. 100%, this is a very personable deity. They are known to be emotional, sensitive, caring, romantic, beautiful, okay? And they're very, very open to different followers and people approaching them and things of that nature, okay? So they could be beloved all over the world. We have the Moon card here. We have a Page of Cups kind of as a challenge. They can almost be seen as too sweet, too nice, too beloved. People might be like, oh, there's too many people that like this deity or whatever. Okay, we have water here. We have the ocean. We have rivers. We have fountains. This definitely, definitely, definitely is a deity associated with water in some way, 100%. Even here we have the heart offered and stabbed through. They are known for wearing their heart on their sleeves, for being a romantic, for being intuitive, creative, and again, absolutely beautiful, just gorgeous. That the Empress card. So there could be different phases of them that is known. They could have both a maiden and a mother kind of energy to them. But they are known to be stunning. They could be the pinnacle. This is absolute goddess energy here. So 1000% we have goddess energy here coming through. They have different phases though, the new moon and kind of the half moon. So yeah, maiden and mother energy through them. They're known to be very sensual, hold equal power when they want to. When they want power, they can hold it equal to those who are spiritually enlightened, to those who are known to be the seers, to those who are known to be the rulers and the justice makers. They do have a little warrior or ornery side to them. However, they tend to love being in the romance energies and those just a beautiful way of seeing life and existence. Yeah, we have water. So we have Aquarius, which is the water bearer. They're making an aqueduct here. So they are known to carry emotion and love and give it to people. They're known to be a matchmaker. They're known to inspire. I almost said mo. They could be definitely known for physical intimacy. Actually, they put a lot of aphrodisiacs on this card. So they're known to make a moan. Oh my goodness. Because here we even go into the phases of getting someone pregnant, getting children on the way. So they know how it works, okay? They know how it works. And they said, look, it doesn't matter which generation I'm in. I know how the new generation dates out here. I know how the DMs work, okay? I'm with it. We got the stars here. Yeah, so they help pull children from the stars. They help with conception. People would definitely go to them with concerns about conception. Oh my gosh, I can't even get the words out of my mouth. And then we got the Easter egg card. And I feel like I'm getting this card so much lately. I'm filming this in March. Whenever you're watching this, future selves there, I'm filming it in March, so of course Easter's coming up. So it's like Spirit World's liking this card. Ostara, right? Easter comes from Ostara. So yeah, 100% they are known for fertility. Okay, they can be known for the lusciousness of the earth, abundance of the land and earth, and again, strong connection with water. But we do have some star energy, so they could have some nicknames. Now, one good example that's so easy to use would be Aphrodite. Point blank. Rises from the foam of the ocean, love deity, okay, nicknamed the rising star, known for beauty, but very much having earthiness as well. Very easy example of how, if that is a tradition you have here. Venus, we have the aqueducts. Boom, right? Easy. Another easy example, if it is your traditions and that's what you're part of, would be like Oshun, 100%. Okay? Hierophant. So Sometimes this deity works with kind of hierarchy traditions of the times, and sometimes they decide not to. It depends on how they feel. So people can appeal to them though for marriage partners and stuff, but they kind of love love and sensuality so much that they'll color outside the lines of that too. Just to be honest, they will. Um, sorry, not sorry. We have the number 7 here, so it could be a deity connected with the number 7 for some of you. We have hashtag. I told you, oh my goodness, I said they know about DMs, and they're like, shoot, you see me on the hashtags. Follow my hashtag. Some of you specific. Now, every time you see, I interrupt myself a lot because Spirit will give me a thought as I'm communicating one. Hashtag I'm a Pisces. Hashtag I'm a Pisces. Oh my gosh. So some of you could have seen them pop up on your timeline. Now, every time that happens, it's not like, oh, this deity has given me free reign to do whatever I want and I'm the child of them because they popped up on my Instagram. Like, no, that's not how it works. But sometimes spirits will say, you saw my hashtag. This is one of those times. Or they're saying, go look me up. Look me up, okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, they can help people get partners, but they don't do marriage stuff. They're not about, they get you in the door of pregnancy and marriage, but they're not like overly focusing on all of that, okay? They love the cute little animals too, but they're not like just like out in the wilderness not having fun. That's to them how they would see it. They like social energy too. They like modern energy. They like youthfulness. So they get really more focused on those kind of things, right? They like to bring everybody together. We have crossroads. So yeah, when people are at these crossroads, these people look like, are they going off to college or something? You know, the world is their oyster. We have 22, 2 of wands, another 2. So a lot of 2s here. They could definitely be associated with that, with couples, very popular with people trying to make matches happen. Again, there's an international energy about them. So people might even travel to a location about them, probably some water source or something, and say, oh my gosh, please help me to get the love of my life. You know, they say that people leave them gifts, people leave them things, and ask. People wish on the star associated with them, and physical landmarks associated with them, and just like beg, please let me have a child, or please let me be able to connect with animals, please let me be able to have this love of my life. Or they can even, they might be petitioned also for safe passage on journeys. Yeah, so they got a lot of different things that they do, and I think different regional areas know specifics about this deity a lot more and might have, you know, nuanced things that they honor them for, and personal festivals that they do for them. They do not mind talking about themselves. They've pulled the most cards, I think, of any pile so far. So let's go ahead and see. What do they want to say to you? They said, where's my gift? I'm done. Now, one thing, if you know about love deities, they want gifts. They want stuff. Okay, they're not gonna lie. I've never met a love deity yet who's gonna be like, oh no, don't give me anything. They're like, where is it? Is it real? Is it high quality? Where's the rich stuff? Look at it. They say you ain't gonna get no soulmate partner coming to me poor. Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you right now, where's my gift? You know my, they're like, look, coming out with your handout to me with nothing. They said this is, look, they're not doing a charity case relationship. Give what you can give and give the best quality, okay? Because that's how they know, and they're saying also that's how they judge people's heart and their intentions as well, and also saying the worth of getting a spiritual guidance or an emotional guidance should have the same value as a physical exchange that you would have. You know, you wouldn't go to a deity and be like, just give me something physical, right? Give me your crown you're wearing just for free, right? It wouldn't make sense. So to them, they're saying it's the same thing when it comes to the heart, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to spiritual guidance. There is an exchange. They're very big on that. So y'all should know that. Wheel of Fortune. They are also, ooh, that made my tummy flip. They said if you play with them, when people play with them, they mess up their life. They'll pull luck from people. So this is a deity, like most love deities, they're associated with luck. And people don't always think that, but yes, if you are somebody who has a sight, and if you work with energies, if you watch a sports game or a game of chance, love deities are all around it. It's not just like the martial deities. As a matter of fact, they tend to like to bet against each other, kind of the Venusian versus the martial deities, and pick their favorites. Love deities, because, you know, they love to see all the, you know, these people sweating and being athletic. So they're saying they're the Lady Luck, right? They're saying they will snatch luck from people very quickly if people disrespect them. So watch out. They know about the hashtags, okay? So watch out about people who are just using their name and hashtagging this and that and claiming that they're child of this to pump up their sexuality or whatever. And they don't give nothing back to this deity. They don't know who they are. They don't come with respect. They don't come with tradition. They don't even know where their sacred pilgrimages are. And they're saying all this and that because they know. This deity knows. And they said, someone's about to be unlucky. They're severe about this. They're severe about this because they said this is just a serve. This is the Queen of Swords. You better give her her dues in her social realms. She does not play with her name. 100% she does not play with her name. That's what they say here. They will take someone to spiritual court. So they want you also to have this courage in you, this ferociousness. They're saying some of you don't have enough fight for what is yours or what you want. You feel afraid to have this kind of confidence that they're displaying. You feel like it takes away from your Page of Cups energy. It takes away from your spiritual sight. It takes away. And they're like, you need to be tenacious. Like, you can't just let people walk over you and just let them steal your style, steal your words, steal the taste out your mouth. Like, that was your meal to chew on. You know, you need to, there's a lot of Libra energy, which is Venusian energy here, Venus energy that is coming out. So it's saying unless you want to end up in constant heartbreak situations, you need to know when to have the confidence to be the one to make the play. So to use a sports term, it's like when the person on the team that should shoot the ball, at the moment it really counts, passes the ball. Everyone gets mad at them because why? The collective knows you should have been the one to shoot that shot right then, right? They're saying you should be the one to shoot your shot, okay? And don't let others take advantage of your opportunities and situations and then end up in a heartbreaker because you were the athlete that couldn't pull through in the moment that it counted, okay? You don't want to live with that in your head. Be present for yourself. Don't be afraid. Even if you are the laid back, again, very Venus-driven person here, that doesn't mean that you're not proactive in your life, okay? Yeah. They're saying this will help a lot. Dang. Even given some same cards as the last group, but they're saying this will help a lot when it comes to feeling like you deal with backstabbing, you deal with betrayals, you deal with anxiety, social anxiety and stress, and you know, you worry about the work that you put out and what you do. Maybe you're waiting until when I'm perfect, then I'll stand up to these haters, or you know, then I won't let anyone mess with me, or then I'll sue this person, whatever it is. Like, y'all might have some big stuff that's going on. They're saying do it now, okay? Hold that confidence now, believe in yourself now, nurture and grow, because you can't have fun in all the other areas of your life if you're afraid to compete, right? In this kind of sense, you need to flex who you are in your mind, because we got a lot of swords here. The beauty of your mind, the beauty of your soul, the beauty of your body, the beauty of your creations. You really need to let that show more. And Aquarius energy says don't shrink in social dynamics. Let yourself be seen. You're a free, unique individual. Let yourself be seen by the collective is really their message, really urging you here, okay? Yeah, because they're saying fake love ain't it, and that's coming from the mouth of a deity. Boom, mic drop on that. They said fake love ain't it ain't it ain't whoop de okay, it ain't it, and they want you to have real love. So make sure you get what is yours in a healthy way. Believe in what is yours as well. That's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Hey, group key. We're going to go ahead and jump into some messages. First, we're going to let this deity or spiritual being say who they are and give us some information. Then we're going to go into their message, okay? This is really wanting to jump out. We have a 3 of spades here. Let's see what we have. Patience reversed. Maybe a little impatient energy here. 5 of swords. Healing heart. Coral. 18 reverse. This deity could have been known to want to change things even in their stories and the tales about them. They could have had different beliefs and wanted to challenge certain things as they were in the world or as they were in their pantheon, something like that. They wanted to change. And they caused separation or some kind of division in some kind of way. Yeah. But it's like they're saying they knew that things wouldn't quite work out. the way that they wanted them to, but they still tried to fight it. Some of these are deities that they've experienced. They were in popular spiritual worship at the time when their people undergone some kind of warfare, okay? Some kind of, where there was, mass captives, and maybe their people were taken into some kind, like made to move, refugees, enslavement. There could have been some kind of big shifts like that. Of course, this has happened so much in history, right? So this deity has gone through some kind of things like this with their people, where there's could have just been also mental attacks. So maybe there wasn't an actual war, but there was a takeover of philosophy, ideology, political things, religion, and that pushed them out, okay, in some kind of way, and really made it hard for them to speak and communicate. I definitely feel for this pile. For some of you, it's not what people would think in a Western way, like a deity, but it could be the spirit being of a mountain of trees. I'm getting like for some of you, it could be like druid energy, how they look. St. Patrick's Day is coming out, but St. Patrick is famous for like killing the witches and like, bringing in colonizing religion, right? So, it's like this kind of thing, right? So some of you, it's the spirit of nature, of a particular body of water, of a forest, or something like that that you would be connected to. We have coral here as well. This could be a deity that's very connected to the earth and was fighting for certain things like that they didn't want to change along the way. This is a deity that really is associated. Yeah, people might go away to connect with this deity in some kind of way. They might be known as a sacred space, as we said, a place. Yeah, they keep talking about this. The harmony was disturbed in the area that they resided in. They were very set in a particular area as well, and they feel like harmony is not restored. They don't feel like things are currently in balance, and they feel like there's been a clash of different identities and beliefs in a way that's not been helpful, in a way that has, again, put division and harm even to the spiritual world. And they say they are a spirit of love. That is so beautiful. And they're like, just for the record, I am a spirit of love. I'm not a spirit who is doing all these shakeups, or I was protecting out of love. I was trying to keep our traditions out of love. I love my people. I love the earth, everything that I was meant to tend. So I work out of love. Okay, Three of Pentacles, yeah, reverse here, Three of Spades. I'm going to read them as tarot here. So they've tried to rebuild, they've tried to connect, and there could be a few that still keep the traditions, but not how it used to be, and not in a way that we can really shift these energies back just yet. It says a long journey bringing rewards, but they haven't received the rewards of it. We do have stars here as well, so they could be associated with certain stars. It could be something significant. For example, the stars or celestial planets might align with their earth place, like if they're a mountain or a plateau, something like that, at a certain time of year. Okay, I think at one point people journeyed to see them, but it does look like people then took over. Humanity be like that sometimes. Not to put it on all of us, because some of us are not like that, but as a whole, humanity just be going and I don't know, some people's kids. Okay. So things have not been restored. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what messages they have for you. Okay, we're gonna give it a full shuffle, but justice. They're like, we want justice. We want justice for the spiritual world, and we want justice for the earth. Point blank, period. We want things in harmony and balance. That's what we want. It's wise. It's smarter to do it this way. It's more loving. They said point blank, period. Ace of Wands. Ding. Target hit. That's all we want. That's what we want to talk about. And I do get we. So I do think their consciousness doesn't just think of themselves like I am the one almighty God kind of vibe. They think of the earth. They think of what's best for others, other spirits as well. It could be that it's a collective group of spirits, like a forest, but each of them, is a tree. We're tree spirits, something like that. Okay. Yeah, they don't like the poison. Some of them have saying they've been poisoned as well. Some of them also have been captured. They've been put in museums. They've been carried as relics or something of that nature. They're, again, captured in war, or like almost trafficked in some way. So they want the end of this like egoic gratification that people have had, and they hope that your heart would be that you'll be someone who's very healed, very loving person, and that your heart will be inspired to care about these things too, to make sure that there's balance in nature, and to make sure that you are, very good and balanced in how you treat the spirit world and deities, even if others don't, respect them basically as they should. Okay, yeah, Six of Pentacles. Some of you have done some good deeds, or you're learning. That's why you are interested in learning more about the spiritual world, because you're like, wow, I didn't even know about these things. I really want to make sure that I do well to spirits, that I respect sacred spaces, that I help the earth. So that is like super good, and they're noticing that. They're noticing karmic exchange. We have the balances again. They do feel very emotional sometimes. They don't like when people see Knight of Wands reverse. Knight of Wands reverse is exactly the person who journeys somewhere, leaves trash at sacred sites, takes relics that are not theirs to take, that are actual important spiritual tools and things of that nature. They just do all that. A Sagittarius in a negative aspect appropriates, doesn't have respect for the earth, doesn't care about high-minded spiritual concepts and things to bring humanity together, but does the opposite. So they're saying that's what makes them feel emotional. You might even feel their energy if they're associated with a volcano, if they're associated with the water. There could be times where they boil over with emotion, and it is felt once again by those around them, right? Because some people know who they are and haven't forgotten and don't bring that disrespect to them. So that's their wish too. They wish that it's like they could wish on a million stars and hope that humanity would join in and bring this balance here and help relieve these stories in the collective consciousness and the Akashic records that haven't been healed, that haven't been dealt with. So they say you personally, you can make a difference by healing your own wounds, and this is a Sagittarius card too. Virgo and Sagittarius, by changing, what you've been programmed with different society beliefs, because Virgo is I do what society says kind of energy, right? It's the mind, but it's the mind as programmed in like our early childhood years, which Mercury rules. Mercury rules Virgo, and it rules early childhood years. So it's what we need to do to be accepted in society. The religions we need to currently follow that are, having the power, what we need to do on a day-to-day to get to fit in, to get whatever respect. So by challenging that and seeing how it's been hurting yourself and how it's made you feel very, very wounded and things like that, and by having the courage to heal yourself and to empower yourself and be on this spiritual journey, that is what gets you to the place to be able to even be in the right mind frame to then go the next steps and really dive into this connection with the spiritual world and having your eyes open and kind of helping with this spiritual reclamation and helping the earth on the next level. Now, everyone knows they should recycle and that they shouldn't grave rob, say sacred sites or anybody, right? But there's also those next layers. So I think they see you guys as the potential to have a very, very, very big charitable heart, to have a lot of spiritual gifts and insight, and maybe to even be someone who eventually you might travel and do different things. And so you can help be the one to spread the word and remind people of how they should be conducting themselves and fight for sacred places and things of that nature. Okay, that's really, really what they want, and they don't want to connect with anybody else who's not like that. They're like, if somebody is not like that and they don't care about these things, then they don't want to connect. If you were like, I want to know if so and so wants to connect with me, and you pick this pile and you're like, I don't care about any of this stuff, like I'm just gonna live my life, I really don't care about the earth, I'm gonna do whatever I want because I think I'm eclectic spiritual, I'm gonna connect with whoever I want spiritually, even if it's not my culture and I don't respect their culture and their people, I don't care. Believe it, it's shocking, right? But there's actually most of the spiritual community who really thinks and operates that way. If that's the case, they're saying they're not going to connect with you. They're rejecting that. They're not going to be buddy hardcore, hard pass from them. If you're somebody who is one of the tender-hearted people that they really appreciate, and you're growing and you're learning and you're truly, letting yourself transform and change, and you're healing yourself too, so you feel better, they totally are open to a healthy exchange with respect and reciprocity. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Last but not least, if you chose the book, let's go ahead and see what the deity has to say about themselves. We have potluck mix of cards here. We're going to see how they describe themselves and their stories and what they have to say, so you can clue in on who it is, their vibe, their energies for your traditions. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards to see what messages, insight, and information they have here, okay? So let's see. We have protection reversed, compassion reversed, time out reversed. They definitely seem reckless. They have a reckless energy to them. They might be known for that. Innovation, cycles, reflection. They're not showing themselves as a very attentive deity at all. Like, they're like, people don't come, they might be known to be ruthless. Like, people don't come to me for compassion and like nicey nice sit down chatty chat time. People might feel the need to protect themselves before they connect with this deity. There could be a crossroads deity here. I'm definitely getting that vibe. So, you know, a lot of times with the psychopomp, a deity that connects ferrying the dead or being at the crossroads, you know, you need to come correctly. This is a deity you don't just, oh, let me just, you know, casually go, and you don't even have a connection or relationship with them. And even when you do, you know, you need to be on your P's and Q's, okay? They have this kind of vibe to them. They push things, they're edgy, they're innovative, as they say here, but they're not just about, oh, like, you know, meditation, reflect on our spirits right now in safe space. That's just not their vibe. It's really not. Six of Wands. And they've bounced a few people, okay? They've let a few people know, boom, don't interact with me that way. Period. What? And kept it moving. Didn't sweat it at all. So, yes. It's so strange. And they you know, they feel pretty proud about this. Yo, what did I say? I just got chills. I didn't look at these ahead of time. Death card. Death card reverse. They're looking from the side of the dead. They're like, yeah, I know. They know all this stuff. Life, birth, death. Here we go. Yada yada you, yada yada. I know all this stuff, right? You can't really impress me. You can't come and do the ego show with me. I bet you've heard some stories of if people try to push this deity around. The Sphinx, like you would sooner get the Sphinx to tell you the answer to their riddle than to be able to push this deity around. Cool, calm, and collected. They have a lot of secrets, a lot of mysteries. They can move in and out of a lot of realms. They could be a deity that can move even between the worlds of the gods that other deities are bound from doing. They can move between worlds in different ways, but they don't they don't, it's not about like, oh, let me go inspire humanity and solve all their problems. That's not their vibe. I feel like they're more, people seek them out, or you end up having a brush with them for a very specific reason, a very intense reason, and then it is made known. But yeah, they're showing like this is a very powerful deity. They pull power over angels, over other deities, over time in some situations, things of that nature, okay? I don't feel like they care so much to just like, it's not like they're out here, oh, just go terrorize people just to do it. I feel like if they wanted to do that, they would just go and bump everyone up, you know? So it's not like that kind of thing, like, oh, this is gonna haunt me or something like that. It's not like that at all. But it's more like, oh, did you awaken my attention? What do you want? Okay. Because they're picky, they don't have time to like waste their words, and they're really not that interested in most people on the planet, okay? They'll talk to you when you come over into their realm and it's time to deal with you, kind of vibe. All right, star reversed again. Star reversed, star reversed. So they might not be celestial at all. They might not be associated any, they're underworld energy for this deity. And it could be that when they're saying they're not compassionate, it could be to others they would seem heartless, because if they're associated with death, humans don't see that as compassionate, right? People don't see that. So they understand riddles and mysteries, and they understand how they are. But they also know there's no point in explaining it to most humans, because humans wouldn't see them that way. Humans would still see it as cruel, many of them, kind of thing. So it's like when your time is out, when your time is done, then you would see a deity like them. Mostly, okay? When the harvest is over, kind of vibe. When there's been loss. When there's been loss, pain, and suffering. Yeah, so some of you, like, this is like, some of you might have connected with this deity because somebody passed away. and you felt, maybe with your sight or something, you felt their presence, like literally show up to guide the spirit to the other side, to help with the passing, something of that nature, okay? Some of you, it was through your father's side of the family, because they're saying, some of you, like, they're like, you saw me right there. You saw that cloak of energy around me as I was doing my work. And that's why I'm connected with you. Some of you, they've been connected with your family for many times, so they could have been the one who helped a lot of your family members crossed over once they were done with their will here in the physical world. We do have both sides of the family. We do have mothers and fathers. I think for some of you, they're saying, I'm getting a couple messages here. So I think that maybe your parents have different traditions. So one side of your family is the one that they would have worked with to help cross over. The other lineage, not so. However, there's this vibe here that if you were to work with them or request, maybe they could also, if you know, oh, I know who the spirit is and this makes sense in my traditions, then they could also maybe help for the rest of the side of the family. But it could be a little bit that side of the family might not like it. So yeah, 100%, they're just talking about their work. They're just talking about what they do to help contribute to the physical world in a way, and the spiritual world, which is help people when they need to be done with disease, when they need to be done their times up here in their incarnation. They don't just need to hang around for eternity. They need to have this lifetime be done. They can move on to other spirit worlds, whatever it is, reincarnate, whatever they're going to do. So for them, this is good work. It's important work. It's solid work. They're not going to argue anyone about that, or and they don't like being demonized. They really don't, and I think that's why they have an impatience to them. Where they're like, okay, yep, I'm gone. I don't have a lot of time to connect. I'm not going to sit here and explain myself. Kind of vibe. But yeah, for some of you, maybe you're wondering, for instance, maybe you saw on one side of the family that they have easy passings, but on the other side of your lineage, on the other parental side, there's rough passings. There's they have a worse time with like disease, or there's accidents or something, and you're like, I wish they could also have peaceful passings. So there's something like this where they could help in more ways, but you might have to intercede spiritually, because maybe that side of the family is used to having a different afterworld they go to, or a different tradition. So it's yeah, serious talks. That's all they're talking about is family. We have tens here. When you're ready to relieve the burden of being here, or you're ready to go and have your karmic review or whatever, then hit me up, I guess. Hit me up. Until then, they say you guys got a long time. I knew some people were gonna wonder. You're supposed to have a lot more time, because they say, but for now, this conversation's on pause. Okay, it's on pause. Okay, you're still a whippersnapper. They're saying, look, you're not even old enough yet. Don't sweat it. If you made it to the end of the reading and you weren't creeped out, but like, don't worry about it. They're gonna go do their work. All right, but they'll see you in the future. Okay, hopefully the far future. So what a way to end our deity readings. I love it. That's why y'all got the secret book over here. Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.